Hello everybody. My name is Bryn Dami. I am an actor and a director, and I play Violet Anderson in the Jigsaw Blogs. So this is a heavy loaded question for Bryn. Why? Because I grew up watching horror, and horror is my favorite genre and has been for very many years, thanks to my dad. Started watching horror when I was like, gosh, 3. So it's become a huge love in my life. A lot of times the answer I always end up giving is going to be Halloween 1978, the original, the OG. Mwah. I love the lighting in it, how Michael hides in the shadows, you don't see blood, and you know, I just think it's such a classic slasher movie. It was just so well done. It was just, in my opinion, oddly enough, a very beautiful film to watch. Other favorites that I would love to recommend and just make aware. Obviously, the Terrifier movies. If you have not seen Terrifier or Terrifier 2, they are a must-see. They are so good, gory, brutal, different. Art the Clown has just, in my opinion, and I'm sure many will agree, has just become a slasher and is just such an incredible horror character. The kills are so gruesome and things you have not seen before, and it's just so beautifully written and done. And just go watch the movies. Go watch them. Another movie that I would highly recommend is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I think it is highly underrated. It is so well done. The acting is incredible. It's kind of like a documentary in how they shoot it. It's not obviously documentary driven, but it has that esque to it. And it's just the actors in it just were so great. And the storyline was just so original and again beautifully well done. So that is another movie I highly recommend that you must go and see now. Oh my gosh, before I move on to the next question, I am disappointed in myself because I almost forgot to say how much I love Resident Evil. How dare I? How dare I? That was my chair, by the way. Some of y'all are gonna watch this and be like, she's goofy. That is me. Get used to it. But no, Resident Evil is another huge part of my life. Love the video games and the movies to a certain extent. Like the first 3, gold. The other ones, they're okay. But live for that franchise. Live. First of all, I want to start off by saying that it is a huge honor to be involved in a fan project like this, because it just shows to me how passionate this fan base is, not just with Saw, but as a horror community. With the horror genre. The horror genre is just, I feel like it gets pushed down so much by so many, but the community itself is just so loving and amazing, and no matter what budget it's shot in, everybody gives it a chance, and there's still that love for it no matter the opinion. And I just think it's just so beautiful to see how close the horror community is and how lovely we all treat each other. The Saw franchise, funny enough, is not really one of my favorites. I don't dislike it, but it's, again, not my favorite. The first one was definitely really good. I loved the first one. After that, they were kind of iffy. I enjoyed Spiral. I know a lot of people were like, oh, it's boring. I didn't really like it. And of course, like, we see Chris Rock in it. And, like, again, too, you see a lot of comedians now getting into horror and playing these more dramatic roles as well. And I just think that's really cool because we don't see them do these kinds of roles a lot. So I feel like that's why I really enjoyed it, because Chris Rock was stepping into, you know, a different area, something that we've never seen him do before. So I feel like that's maybe another reason why I enjoyed it, because we were seeing other actors jump into another genre. But I mean, overall, I do like the franchise. Not one of my favorites, but again, I have definitely grown more of a love for it because I get to be I get to be part of such an amazing project, I should say. And yeah, I mean, Jacob just really kind of gives me these reins, I guess you can call them, gives me this freedom to really do my job and be myself, playing this character. And with every character I play, I really try to bring myself to it as much as I possibly can, on top of doing extra character work, of course, as an actor. But getting to do this opportunity and be myself is just such a blessing. So I just love every moment of it. What is my favorite trap? I am honestly going to have to go with the classic bear trap. There's something about that being on someone's head, and then you're waking up and you're like, you can't talk, and I don't know, there's just something more psychological about that one for me. Not that the other ones from the other movies aren't. Like, some of those are very, very brutal and very mental, but there was something about that bear trap where I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you get what I'm saying. Now, do I hope my character gets put in a trap? No. Would it be fun? Yes. Do I want it to happen? No. Why? Because I don't want to die. Point blank, period. Bryn does not want Violet to die. Jacob, don't let Violet die. I actually first auditioned for Corbett Denelin, the part of Corbett Denelin, I should say. And Jacob and I were talking, and he ended up was like, you know, I really liked you, and I really want you on this project. I'm gonna write a character in for you, and you and I will just create it, and I'll give you your own little freedom to figure out all that stuff. But here are the things that you will be doing, as far as like who your character is, what your character does, blah blah blah. And you know, to know that I had an impact on someone, for them to add an additional character to the project, means a lot to me. And when I found that out, I genuinely started crying. I graduated from acting school in New York. COVID happened. And when I got casted, things were still kind of iffy. And I knew we were going to be working online for a while. And even now, we still have been. And next year, sometime, I will be filming in person once season 2 starts filming. But, you know, getting that call and having that conversation really meant a lot to me. I am very passionate when it comes to film and television and acting and directing, and it is my love, and it's what I love to do. So every opportunity I get is truly such a blessing, and getting this opportunity, and due to the fact that it is a fan film project, I think is just very incredible. I mean, you look at Cobra Kai as an example, and that was created from fans of the Karate Kid franchise. And now it's just this huge, beautiful show that people love so, so much. And it's just, mind-blowing to me that I can be part of something like that as well. So I'm just very blessed and thankful. Violet is a very smart technological computer whiz. Um, and, you know, she's smart and she's funny and she's caring and she's kind. But, you know, at the same time, she not manipulative, but she can be very persuasive, as far as like getting people to help her, and getting all this information and getting like whatever she wants. She's very powerful and badass, and she's not extreme about it though. She just has this confidence and power, and she just knows what she wants, and she's not going to stop until she gets it. I just feel like, you know, playing Violet, you know, again, like I said, I really truly am pretty much playing myself, when it comes to Violet. I mean, I'm pretty tech savvy, but I'm not, you know, I can't really create a website right off the bat. I'd have to be shown a couple things, but you know, those little things, of course, I have to add into it. But you know, it's really all me, just goofy, kind, caring Bryn here, for you, giving myself to you guys, no holding back here. You get me. So well, you guys, he's totally I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's not horrible. He is one of the sweetest, most amazing guys I've ever gotten to work with. He actually doesn't even come from like an actor director background at all, and like on a normal time he is a teacher and a coach for basketball, and I also believe track. And to see him like take all of this on while also during like the school year is so just amazing to me, because he's constantly busy. And I mean, as am I. I'm about to move to Georgia. Not sure when this will be posted, but today is October 16th. I am moving to Georgia in November of 2022. So life's been crazy for Bryn. But you know, he gives me a lot of creative freedom and tells me like, you can do this, you can do that, you can try this, you can try that. And you know, I think it's very important to let the actors do their job, and he really truly lets us do that. At least for me, he has, and I'm very grateful for that. Again, like he's very cooperative and just a wonderful human being overall. So once again, I'm just very grateful for everything from Jacob. He's just been nothing but great. So I mean, one that always sticks out is when I like mess up a lot and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And Jacob and I are just like cackling for like almost 2 minutes about it. I mean, that's like one of the best things that's been happening, because unfortunately, because of COVID and everything, you know, we haven't actually been able to work in person yet. And that's why I'm excited for season 2, because I will be able to do that, with him and the rest of the cast and everything, for next season. So it's really exciting. I mean, yeah, that's like the major thing that sticks out is when him and I flub on lines and we're like, oh, because you know, no one's perfect. I feel like, you know, watching from the beginning up until I got cast, you know, it was just Jacob and him talking about everything. And then as these characters got added and this plot developed and these relationships developed, I think it's just really cool how it's all unfold, and the dynamic of everybody, especially Jacob and Violet. They have grown such like such a beautiful friendship, and it's really cool to see how it continues to develop. especially within the finale, which you guys will see. You know, the more they talk to each other and get into these deeper conversations, you start to realize, you know, even in the silent moments, they understand each other, or they're trying to understand each other. And it's so amazing to just watch on screen how these two really open up to each other and figure out each other. Because although they're pretty close and they know a decent amount about each other, they don't know everything about each other and where they are mentally in these moments. And, you know, as much as they talk to each other, they don't always know. So it's been really nice to see how these dynamics work together at the end of the day. Well, without spoiling anything, because we don't like spoilers, you shall expect a lot of questioning characters. You'll be questioning characters. You'll be questioning motives. You'll be questioning a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of questioning. And you'll have some worries once the ending hits. You'll wonder if someone's okay. Feel like I might have just given a little much already. I'm intrigued to see some of these comments, you know, on the finale and everything. I can't wait to see what you guys are thinking and what's worrying you about these characters. There's going to be a lot happening in this finale and any episodes prior to this finale. So, guys, you know, buckle up, because once the finale hits, we will not be holding back. I love you all so much. Thank you for your endless love and support, and I hope you continue to share and like and love this project as much as I do. Thank you again. Mwah.